5 fragrances to wear for school. Jean Paul Gaultier Le Beau EDT. This is a very sweet, tropical, coconutty type fragrance. Smells very sweet and sexy, and a lot of people at school won't be wearing a fragrance like this, so it will help you stand out from the crowd. The coconut in here is on the masculine side. It doesn't smell feminine at all, but it's a really fresh, airy, sweet, sexy fragrance, and it will work really well for school. Fragrance number 2, Versace Dylan Blue. This for me is one of my favorite blue fragrances and one of the best blue fragrances I've got in my collection. Although it doesn't cost all that much, it actually doesn't smell that cheap. It smells really well put together, and it's got some depth to it as well, which we'll go through in a minute. This opens up with grapefruit. You've got some oceanic notes. You've got a nice hit of patchouli as well in the base, and I find it to be very ambery. It's an ambery blue fragrance. Doesn't smell extremely fresh or citrusy. It does in the opening, but it also has quite a bit of depth and an amber note in the base. It's an eau de toilette concentration, and it does perform quite well for an eau de toilette, and at school you're going to smell really nice, fresh and clean. This doesn't need to be worn in any specific situation or occasion. You can wear this all year round and you're going to smell great. Next on the list from Paco Rabanne, we have 1 Million Lucky. This for me is one of my favorite Paco Rabanne fragrances. I think it's very underrated and not talked about enough. This one is very interesting. It goes in a different direction from the original 1 Million. This opens up with plum and lots of bright ozonic notes. It's really bright and refreshing. You've got a very nutty hazelnut note in here as well with some honey, so it's very sweet, it's sexy, it's playful, it's fun. This could work really well as a sort of going out fragrance. If you're at school and you're going out on an evening, hanging out with friends on a Friday night, something like that, this would work really well. Or if you want to wear this in the cold weather, perhaps on a Thursday or Friday when you're feeling a bit ready for the weekend, this is going to work wonderfully in that situation. It's really fun, youthful, and it's really enjoyable to wear. I don't think many people will be wearing this around you, so you're going to smell different and you will certainly stand out. In at number 2, and the most grown-up fragrance in this list, this is Prada Lunarossa Black. This is definitely the most mature fragrance in this list, but I think it still works well for school, but it can work well for pretty much any occasion. It's a very easy to wear fragrance. It's a bit soapy, it's a bit powdery, it's sweet, but you've also got a really nice, airy, fresh opening, but it's very pleasant. It's ambery in the base, and it's got this beautiful vanillic-like powdery sweetness. I think this would work really well if you're going on a date. It would work really well in the colder weather. It would work really well in the evening. And if you're going to school and you want to smell more mature, put together, and you want to show off a little bit with how good your fragrance is, Prada Lunarossa Black will certainly do that. And I think if you wear this to school, you will be the best smelling person in your year. So number 2, this is going to be Prada Lunarossa Black. And my top pick for school from Yves Saint Laurent, this is Yves Saint Laurent Y EDP. Now, this is the best in the YSL Y line because it is the strongest in terms of its projection and longevity. It smells either the best or the second best to YSL Y Live, and it's a beautiful blend of sweet notes in the base and bright top notes to give this a really nice journey into the fragrance. And it's a fragrance you can wear to any situation, similar to Dylan Blue in the sense that you can wear it anywhere, but this smells better than Dylan Blue. It smells more expensive, it will last you a longer time, and it just smells really, really nice. The opening is one of the best openings I've had in a designer fragrance. It's apple and ginger, so it's very invigorating. It's fruity, juicy, but also energetic at the same time. As you go into the mid, you get some aromatic notes, you get some herbal notes like sage, juniper berries, and in the base, that's where the sweetness comes out. So it's a real contrast between sweet notes in the base and the bright notes up top. Smells wonderful, smells clean, doesn't smell cheap, doesn't smell stereotypical cologne type fragrance, just smells really nice. And you will turn heads wearing this. You'll get people asking you what you're wearing because it just smells really nice. So if you want to smell great in school, if you want a fragrance to wear to any occasion, a sporty fragrance, a fragrance with some fresh notes and sweet notes, Yves Saint Laurent Y EDP is the way to go. These were my 5 picks if I went back to school, but also these can be worn pretty much to any occasion, and you're always going to smell great wearing these. Let me know your top picks for school.